Hi, this is a quick video on some learning curves for me while figuring out how to use the Samsung Galaxy's Gear VR. This is a 324 for my S8. There's a couple of things. I'm late to the game. I'm a techie, but I've never really used one. So I had the chance of getting this last week, and a couple of things that I'm learning, and so I hope that I can share my learning curve with everybody. This is not an unboxing. This is just a couple of things, hurdles I have to go through in order to learn and set my stuff up the way I want it. Don't mind my dog, he's sleeping over there. So to make this quick, first is I made a little list of things that got me. One was this strap. It didn't have the loop. A lot of the unboxing would say, well, you have the loop, you have the Velcro, go through the loop and it's fine. The instruction booklet they have is kind of confusing. This strap that goes on the VR, it has a hook. The hook, instead of going in from top to bottom, you have to go in backwards. Basically, the hook will be facing outwards. The hook will be like this. And you hook through the metal piece here, and then basically down and up, instead of over and down. If you go over and down, you'll never get it. So it'll be down, and then up. Provided that this comes out of the box with this thing, because I saw some videos, some people actually have this hook already in, and this loop is already there, so you just have to feed in the strap and Velcro it. Mine didn't, so I had to hook it. That's one. So hook is basically facing forward, and you hook it from under and then towards yourself. One. Number two is this lanyard. The lanyard that they have goes to this hook here, but in the book it says it's a hook. There's no hook, there's a little post inside here. What you have to do is, if you see at the back, there's a little tiny hole, feed your lanyard through and then over the post. You might need a toothpick because this is kind of a crazy task. Because once you feed it through, it doesn't stay down. So what I did is I used if you have something tiny like a hairpin or a needle or a toothpick, once it goes through, and they push it enough, they can lift it up, put it into put the lanyard's loop into that post. Inside it says hook. There is no hook. So basically, once you put it in, and then it's strapped. So a little tiny hole through, and then push it down to the post, and you're fine. And they'll secure it. Okay. Now, this is all my gripes with the instruction. And then, okay, so download VR. Okay, so the Oculus VR is a very strange thing on the Samsung. You download the VR software. Okay, if you try to look for Gear VR software, you're not going to find it. Go into the Oculus store, download the Oculus VR, create an account. Okay, once you create an account, he's snoring. So once you create an account, then you'll see only two Oculus Oculus VR, one's the Oculus Rift and the other one is Oculus something. And you don't have your choice of the Samsung VR. Don't worry, just create the account, you'll see. Once you create the account, you will see at the upper right corner, when you see the account, you'll see that, it's not at the selection, you won't see the picture. You'll go to the corner and then you'll see under your profile. Then, once it's all hooked up, you'll see that choice on the upper right-hand corner. You won't see this under the Oculus menu. It's just kind of crazy. And then once you have that set up, once you have the Gear VR set up, you'll see that once you go in, it keeps asking you for a PIN number. Create your PIN under the Samsung Gear VR. Create it and then hit the back button because you'll always be stuck on the PIN number part. Trust me, I just keep saying, they keep saying that, do you want to set up your PIN number? Do you want to set up your PIN number? I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this thing? Just go back and then it'll come up. That leads me to setting up apps onto this. So when before I got this, I saw, oh, okay, these are 5 must-have apps that I want. So I installed it on my phone. So it turns out that's not how you do it. You have to install everything through the glasses. Once you're in the VR world, what you install is considered like a package. You won't see it on your phone with an icon, okay, Skybox, all that stuff. Because I created a whole page with things I wanted, like games and, not games, but, things that I wanted, like to play my videos, to watch movies, to, all that kind of stuff. Don't download it because you won't see it as little icons on your phone. You will see it inside this VR world. This is considered packages. So when you install this stuff, all of them are packages. That can be a little confused because I installed it, nothing works. So once you go into the VR world, you'll see, once your VR comes up, you point it inside that world and it's all installed in there, okay? And what you have on your icon, you just delete that. Don't install it prior to having this. Do it all inside here. Now this thing with pairing this controller, it'll have instructions. Everything, just follow the instructions. You pair the controller once you turn on your Bluetooth on your phone, right? Not through the VR, but you turn on the Bluetooth. You set your controller while you're off this. So there's two things. There are things like the apps you set while you have this on, and then you point and click, do all this stuff. Then there's pairing this controller. You do that while you're off the VR. You take your phone, turn on your Bluetooth, and it'll have instructions on how to set it up. A couple of things that's a caveat is when it says during the pairing, right? We do it with the phone off the VR. So I just said that. But the calibration, you know how they ask you to go into a figure 8. It never says that hold on to the trigger button. You basically press down on the trigger button, then you do the actual figure 8. This all makes sense once you see this whole thing. It'll tell you, do this, do that, and then I'll do the figure 8. But it doesn't say press and hold the trigger while you're doing this. So I'm sitting there like a dummy, like, how come it doesn't light up? Then I figure, okay, if I press this and do the figure 8, the light lights up and it calibrates. That's important because it saves you some time. So, press the button, hold it, press the trigger, hold it, and then calibrate. Next thing is centering the screen, because once you're inside the VR world, your screen will be right in front of your eyes, right? But let's say if you look up, or if you look to another side, if you want to lie, relax, and then look up, your screen is down there, and then you can't see it. Or sometimes if you leave this hanging out like on the sofa, and then the pointer doesn't point straight anymore, it's pointing that way. Both this can be resolved, the problems can be resolved by holding down the home button. So there's two buttons here. One you see like a little house, home button, and the other is a return button, So you press the home button on where you want your eyes to be. You hold it, you'll see a little circle fill up. And then it'll calibrate the screen and your controller to where you want it. So if you want to point your controller forward and it's off, if you want to reorient it, I shouldn't keep saying calibrate. Calibrate is when you want to calibrate this with Bluetooth. It's called reorientation, my bad. So when you want to reorientate your screen or your controller to point the right way, because I was actually sitting there watching TV, controller's here, and then when I want to point it back, it's pointed this way. It's kind of weird. If I'm pointing this way, that line is to the side. What you want to do is hold down your home button to where you want it, and then it will reorient your controller to where you want to point it to. And also your focus. So let's say you're sitting there. If you have a controller, you want to reorient. You just hold on to your home button, and then a circle will fill up, and then everything will be reoriented. Trust me, these are things that it was my little hurdle, and so I didn't know that I had to install the apps only inside the phone. And once I got in the phone, I'm looking through the apps and say, hey, where's all my stuff that I just added? You won't see it because it's in a little package in the back end. So you won't see any of those. Reorienting, very important, because sometimes I'm watching a movie and this thing gets heavy, I want to lie up. And I was like, what the hell? My screen's still down there. And this thing, when it's pointing, I was like, where did it go? So reorienting is important. Hold down the home button. And I think that's it. There's a couple of must-haves that I should recommend because I find it very cool. One is Skybox. When you're inside, you'll see Skybox. Download that because all the videos, whether it's pirated or not, you can use Skybox to watch it. And then it creates a very cool setting where you're in a movie theater and, almost like you're watching the movie in front of the stage. It's one of the cooler ones I've seen. And the other one is Phonecast. Phonecast has a lot of beta stuff on there. Kodi, if you don't know what that is, Kodi is, you download movies. And VLC, you can watch all your movies, that's on the phone through a file system, and basically Chromecast and Skybox are the two main things I got. Netflix, you can get it. I tried it. It gives you, once you create it, you have 1 week. So I'm watching The Haunting on Hilltop on Netflix, without downloading it. So, you know, I just watch it directly from Netflix. And so these 3 things is pretty cool. Skybox, Chromecast, and Netflix. Everything else, you can just figure it out on your own. But major thing is install everything from inside, controller calibration from outside, and you won't see your apps. And hopefully this will help. You know, I'm mumbling, rambling, but you know, it helped me a lot. Thank you guys. Okay, mumbling off. Bye.